Whoa! Hello. Hi. How's it going? Well, welcome. Whoa! Oh
Hello.
no. Hi. How's it going? Well, welcome. That was terrible. What just happened was terrible. It was probably terrible for you. But that was my own stream on my stream. It's a pretty rookie move. It was my birthday yesterday, and Carly got me something that is absolutely fucking insane. Pretty excited about it. Thank you, Mr. D. Martin G. I mean, wow, that's really having a hard time focusing. All right, wake up, little guy. There you go. That doesn't seem dangerous, does it? What's up, buddy? I'm playing with my new toy that Carly got me. I'm playing with my new toy that Carly got me. That is what is happening. Don't know what any of this stuff is. Hey, Graf. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna need you guys to help me plan tonight's D&D episode before all is said and done. So keep that in mind. Specifically, we have to decide who is going to be the guy that Screech is going to have to do the close-in bar fight with. I think it should be somebody pretty tough. Woo. I probably should look at the instructions instead of just pulling everything out of bags. Or should I? I mean, it's not that complicated. Although this seems like it was a return. Maybe. That's okay. As long as it works. You go over there. Guys, it's a tiny little table saw. How cool is that? Dust absorption tube. Oh my god. This is complicated. Oh, there's an installation video. Video? I can't watch a video while I'm streaming. That's silly. Anyway, who should Screech be fighting in the ring tonight? Could be some sort of Batman villain. It could be a wrestler of some kind. Or, you know, anything really. Do I need to change the blade? Here's a question. Do I need to change this blade? I think the answer is a resounding no. But you're saying, foolish man, you must open the thing and look inside. I can hear you saying it. The jokester. The jokester... I don't know. I think I'm saving the jokester for other things. Jokester is coming back, of course. Of course, the jokester is coming back. But we need to maximize the fun that I have with the jokester. And, you know, it would be ideal if it were someone that had some sort of natural weapon of some kind, you know, like he's fighting Killer Croc, and Killer Croc can bite him. That's fun. Could be one of his ex-wives. The Condiment King. Am I missing a reference? Is it a thing that I said and I don't remember? Because that's always the most embarrassing. Fucking screws this thing out. Oh, that's a real DC villain. The Condiment King. I mean, apparently it's too deep of a cut for me. I'm not like a huge DC guy, though. But yes, I am a fool. Two more screws. Start sweating from... Wait. Come on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me over here? Fuck off. Fuck off. I really liking this ex-wife idea. That would be a wrinkle he wouldn't see coming. Dan, you apparently know the most obscure people. I continue to not recognize any of the people you say. But again, I'm not a big DC guy, though. I'm a very basic bitch when it comes to that. Describe Baby Doll for me, if you would. I guess I could just like look it up. Probably a little easier. Man, I am almost into this thing. Whew! Almost breached. Hey. Alright. Aren't any like living creatures inside of it? I'm going to not change this. Why did we do it? We don't know. When did we do it? Just now. Interesting. I like it. I dropped the screw. Hold on. I'll be right back. Ah! Whew. That was a lot. And then I think the other thing that's going on is that Celine is wooing Dirk Gramble, which is definitely a name I just pulled out of my butt. There's, you know, doing this mode. So that's fun. Where did that Allen wrench go? Guys, I'm having all kinds of issues over here. Pardon moi. Okay, I dropped the tiny fucking Allen wrench. It's extremely necessary for me to screw this lid back on. Where did you go, little Allen wrench? God damn it. But I want to turn on the saw thing and I can't if I don't have the Allen wrench. You don't see this. You don't see what's happening right now. It's so small. Where the fuck did it go? This is good quality entertainment. You're welcome for this. Fucking hell, where did it go? It must have bounced in like a weird direction because it's just gone. I'm too dumb to figure it out. So, we'll see how finger tight we can get this, and if I feel like it's really on there, then we will proceed. Otherwise, we will do this another day. I don't really have anything to saw. That is my crotch. Whew, that was fun. Oh, man. I really hope that the camera was pointing right at my butt when I was doing that. I kept looking up and looking at this camera, but like completely ignoring this one. So I may have just given you guys a show. Yeah, these are not going in. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun at some point. Maybe show fun at some point. Is this one? No. Too small. Okay. That's fine. I've got a lot to do anyway. So we are making the Shadowspar Keep. And second floor. So it's a 2-floor jam. So I need to do some dry brushing. So that's what we're gonna do. No, that's okay. So I like to use a bristle brush for dry brushing because the coarseness is actually good. They cannot be wet, and this one was sitting in water, so this one is out of commission. That's okay. We have another one. A little bit beefier, this guy. But, you know, it can do the job. I gotta start with the fresh one. I don't think I've filmed this before. Alright. How are we looking? Is it too dark? That's a little bit better. Alright. Light issues. Light issues. We are having the lightest of issues with these lights. There being an issue. There we go. I think that's... Everything looks weird. That's acceptable. That's too high of a speed. If you would just fucking cooperate. Alright. 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 I don't think we've done a Catwoman. Now, see, I have to say, I love the deep cuts, but it's tough to do when it's not my area of expertise. So it's hard for me to do like a, just a character that I've never seen before. So I probably would have to do a more standard character. Oh, a la a Catwoman. That's a good shout. And I mean, you wouldn't do exactly Catwoman, of course. You would do Ratwoman or not Batwoman. But you know what I mean. You would do something else, but make it Catwoman. Anyway. Dan, I don't know anything. I'm very dumb. I don't think everyone knows the Condiment King. But mostly because I don't. I'm not recording, so I can freely talk again. I'm not proud of not knowing the Condiment King. That doesn't make me feel good that I don't know the Condiment King. I'm sure it's a very common reference, and I'm just a dum-dum, but what can you do? You know what you know. Your limitations are your limitations. It sounds like Paz also doesn't know the Condiment King. But he could just be making a further joke that I don't understand. I'm old and out of touch, you guys. Did you know it was just my birthday? Oi! Sounded like the dogs are getting into something. Yeah, I know, Dan. It's boring, right? It's a very basic call. We all agree. Maybe we abandon the wife angle. Could just be a big mean guy. Or it could be, friggin', I don't know. It could be Mr. T's character from the Rocky movie. It could be Hulk Hogan, or it could be something I don't know how you do this, but some sort of Pope related thing. Can we do something with the Pope? Well, Paz, you're backing me up. I'm not, but I like a deep cut. I like a reference that maybe not everyone gets. Problem is, I need to get it. That's the only issue. This is gonna be great. I hope Paul Kim enjoys it. Paul Kim just got married, you guys. Did you know that? I didn't. It's very exciting. We gotta see. We gotta like. Yeah, we're in the sort of blue sky phase of the brainstorm right now, where we need to throw a lot of ideas at the wall, and they're all good, and then we just take. So we gotta get like, who are 10 different options. Don't go to ChatGPT. That's illegal. Hulk, just the actual Hulk. Like, I want him to regret. I want him to regret having chosen. I want him to regret having chosen to do a second round of battle. I want him to be like, fuck, what was I thinking? Or what if it were what if it were the Oriole? What if you had to face up with the Oriole? That would be messed up. Oh. Bro, that would be so messed up. The cope. See, I feel like we could do that. I feel like we could get that ball rolling, but I gotta get Bachman on board. I think he would be on board. It's not having Screech be like a weird pseudo Catholic. I think he would think that was funny. Me, Bachman, and Nick were all raised Catholic. None of us are practicing in any way. I think that's accurate. I mean, it's 100% accurate with me and Nick. I'm pretty sure it's the same with Bachman. But it's just more funny because Tim and Jennifer's love of the Catholicism. I mean, that looks like a stone wolf to some degree. Why did my voice get all high? There you go. I think that's looking pretty good. We're digging that. Give me focus. Back here. So let's record this. So I'm picking that up super well. I love a Hey Boy reference. Very good. I love that. Fuck! Camera, get in the right place. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nopey, nope, nope, guys. Guys, that's a nope. Alright, great. Now we feel so much better about everything. You're focusing. It's not the same. Y'all gotta cool it back there. Unacceptable. Why are you even here? Alright. It's a struggle. This is why I usually do this at 7 a.m. Alright. Oh my god, I've been recording this whole thing. Great. That was good. Real good. Racks! Racks on racks on racks. We're deciding who Screech has to fight tonight. We've had some pretty good ideas so far. Right now, I'm mentally exploring the idea of it being somehow Pope related. Still don't know how that works. But you know, this is why we brainstorm. There was the Hey Boy, the Popey Hey Boy thing is a good shout. I like that. Like maybe the person he's battling, you know, is trying to convert him. It's just not a very Catholic thing to do, to try to convert somebody. character who loves deep dish pizza. Do I not understand? I don't understand. We were talking about maybe it'd be one of his ex-wives. That is still a pretty good idea. I floated, what if it were the Oriole? I seem to be the one who is the most interested in that idea. Jesus. Oh boy. I don't know if I can call him Jesus. That seems a little loaded. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it sounds a bit risky. I also like the idea of it being some sort of movie reference. I like Iraqi. It could be, he could have to battle a Bebop or a Rocksteady. That's a random turtle reference. We'll randomly do that. I don't know why. Oh, so, yes, Catholics do try to convert people very much. I'm just saying it's the typical average Catholic is like, I don't fucking care. Yes, no, that's very Catholics are horrific through history. There was also, the Crusades and so on and so forth. Yeah, maybe we don't go down the religious route. Maybe it's too dicey. The Catholic that I want to role play is doesn't care, doesn't want to be a Catholic anymore. That's what I mean by wouldn't be trying to convert. Unless it was like a bit that I set up with Bachman beforehand where everything I describe sounds horrible and boring and he just keeps agreeing to it all. But we'll eventually do a diddling joke and that's, I don't think the world needs that in it anymore. So maybe we avoid that one. Maybe we go back to the ex-wives, guys, because that's funny as hell. That'll really jolt him. Even though we literally don't know who any of his ex-wives are between us. Like, not a single one. There's absolutely no ex-wife that's been planned. It's just that I can say they were ex-wives. And, yeah. Ah, Polycrate, yes. That would be a good way to work it in. I should really build a backstory for each one of his ex-wives. Really fuck him up with it. Really fuck him up. Yeah, a Catwoman work. A Catwoman type would work. It's pretty on the nose. And did we do Catwoman? Because now that I said it again, we did that one battle where I did like a Killer Croc, and I have to go back and see it. But I mean, it could just be a different Catwoman, and I wouldn't do Catwoman anyway. I would do, what would I do? He did a squirrel, so it'd be something akin to a squirrel. But common, you know. Raccoon woman. I mean, she could just be the fox. That's pretty on the nose. Okay, I think she will be a Catwoman type, but I think maybe I like Fox. What do you guys think about Fox? I don't know if I think I would build it up a little bit like she was gonna be this, you know, sexy, coquettish something, but then have her be just really horrible. Just really horrible when she's actually talking. That would be fun for me. Like, because we've set up that his ex-wives all would be in his 27 ex-wives would all be in the tree, right? That's funny. Also, surprised that they haven't told Rourke that they met her mother. I'll have to nudge that one a little bit. Horrible, like, rap, huh? Sure. I mean, it'll be different, but horrible on that level. What else? I had such a nice dinner last night with the family. We went out to Fred's restaurant, Mr. Fred Greenleaf. He was sadly not there. It was his night off, and thank Christ he didn't come in. But he still took care of me. He got us the world's biggest pizookie. It was horrifying and wonderful at the same time. And I did get to see Ivana for a minute. She stopped by and she gave me balloons and candy and stuff. So nice. Carly got me nice stuff too, and my kids made me a really nice card. It's very lovely. I got texts from lots of my pals. It was quite nice indeed. It would be funny if they were all like really a type. They were all very Ratma-esque. So I've been listening to this podcast called Athletico Mints. I don't know if I would recommend it to anyone listening, anyone here now, as it is. It's very funny, but it's all very obscure football stuff that I don't really get, but I think the guy is really funny. It's Bob Mortimer. He's a pretty famous in the UK guy, comedian. He's very funny. He was on Taskmaster and stuff. He's an older guy, so it's some of his humor is a little more dated, I guess, but he's very funny, and he does this one really horrible character. I'll see if I can do my version of her voice. It's this really it's this husband and wife, and this really sad music plays in the background, and the husband talks. He's like, "Oh, the right, dear," but like even more pathetic. It's like, I don't know how I can do it. "Oh, right, love." Yeah, it's like his tongue is like hanging out of his mouth. "All right, love. I'll make you some eggs." And then she's like, "You better fucking bitch, you'll make me some fucking eggs, you fucking bastard." And that would be, I think, a pretty funny voice to do. After like building her up as this like super like cute, like she's foxy. And she's like, "I'm gonna fucking cut you to fucking pieces." That's a me move for sure. Hello, Post Sing. How are you, friend? Post Sing. Post-ing. Post. This is the second floor, so this is going to be where they fought the skeletons on top of tables and stuff. And where they discovered they had things in their heads. Working on Shadowspar Keep. Don't block the camera with your hand, he says to himself. So this time will probably work way better for me than 7 a.m. The fun thing about switching times is there are the same number of people that I would usually get at 7 a.m., which, let's face it, isn't a good time slot. So, we'll have to build up some awareness for this new time slot I'm doing, because, you could hear me workshopping my awful voices before I record. So I'm going to try to do this every week. That's the goal anyway. So I'm usually working on Gap stuff at this point anyway. It's rare that I Thursday or Tuesday. Oh, it's also Thursday. That really messes it up. So it won't be this time. It'll be Tuesday next week. Anyway. But anyway. Yes. Sorry, I just looked over at the chat and I see Dan saying, would it be Tuesdays? Yes. Yes, it would be Tuesdays. My bad. Now, so we understand what we're doing here, right? We're dry brushing. Basically, dry brushing, you're taking paint. You're just getting a whisper of paint on the brush because you don't want it slopping around. You just want a little teeny tiny bit because you're then basically scrubbing the texture with the brush, and you focus on that. You focus on that. You're scrubbing with the brush, and the paint is only ending up on the very tops of the texture. And if it's light paint and you're doing it on a dark thing, it magically seems like there's shadows and highlights. And it is a really easy way to make something look cooler than it did previously. So yes, you can really see all the texture on the walls, which you really couldn't before. Yeah, I'm gonna, once I'm a little bit further along, I will make the outside just look like a castle, basically. Just a really squat little castle. It's a holdfast, which I think is a term I picked up from the wildlings in Game of Thrones. So I'm imagining this is a very not grandiose structure. A squat little stone building. It's looking okay though. Pretty happy with that. A little more in here. Good brainstorming session though, gang. That was honestly super helpful for me. I realized, no, I don't want to do Pope humor. I mean, I do want to do Pope humor, but not in this capacity. Not like this. What's out of scrubby? Ooh, that's thick. Ooh, that's thick. Didn't mean that to go on so thick. That went all thick. So you're also going to want, if you scrub in generally a downward direction, it's going to give you a little bit of the sense that light is hitting hitting the stones or whatever texture things from a specific angle. Floor number 2. Floor number 2. It's actually the basement. Need more paint though. Here's my paint situation. Your suggestions were so good, Dan. Just a little tiny bit heavier on the white than the gray. Dan, your suggestions were excellent. I need to get all the paint off. All that paint off. No paint on the brush. No paint on the brush. There's hardly any paint on the brush. Fudge here. You come down here. You need to be this big. I don't think you need to be this big. Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Oof. 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 Good night, Paz. Thanks for hanging out. It is late in your neck of the woods. The town is going up. The town is going up. The town is going up. Ole, ole. What else? What else? What else? I'm really just getting the wood too, aren't I? Kind of just not giving a rip. I think I'll probably take another 10 minutes or so. And that puts this, yeah, that puts this over an hour. Do another 10 minutes or so of this dry brushing. And then I will do my final prep for the game tonight. Just write down some of these lovely ideas that we've had. And yeah. And then, yeah, then remember it'll be about 8:45. It'll be about 8:45 when we'll start the gap recording on twitch.tv/geeklyinc. Basically, we all hop on the call at 8:30 and chat first. And that's really kind of our only time that we have to. I mean, we chat all week, but usually just in text form. We don't usually get on. I mean, sometimes we'll play games or whatever together, but typically not talking about podcast stuff. Other than that, sometimes we'll just be like, oh, remember we have to do this charity thing, or we have to, David's out this week, so we're doing this, or blah blah blah. Or people are complaining about Michael again. He's got such a bad attitude, and they'll yell at me and stuff. That's not true. They're all very nice. I could just leave this stream on, and then you guys could watch. But that would be what we call it, a breach of trust. So we'll wait for a few weeks before we do that. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. Not that we ever say anything terrible in our chats. I think you could very safely publish all of them to the world and no one would be too upset. A lot of times we just complain about politics for 20 minutes and then jump on. Dry brushing is fun though. It's just like you just rub it, but it keeps looking better. It's like you're doing nothing, but you're being rewarded for it. That's what she said. Was she talking about dry brushing? Who is she? Ooh, that is thick. Why's my phone blowing up? Hold on a sec. Boop. Send. What else is new, gang? Tim says some terrible things about animals in Dear Internet. I don't think he likes them sometimes. He's bad-mouthing horses? Jane's gonna kill him. She identifies as a horse girl. Also, he should give his cats treats. Come on. You know? Tim should give cats treats. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I think I had a whole conversation in my head, and then just the end came out. And that's what these streams are all about, gang. Because if you just put yourself in the internet long enough, you're gonna say something weird. What does the missus have to say? I'm gonna have to mute you, gang. Gotta talk to the missus. Alright then. Alright then, can you still? Oh, you can. Hold on. one that's muted. Oh, hello. Hi. Sorry. Had to take that call. It was the missus. Really hope that it was muted. Pretty sure it was. I could see all the things. Pretty confident. Pretty confident that I was muted. But yeah, we're almost done with the dry brushing here, which is pretty exciting. Trying to decide. I would think I like after once the once this is done, I think I'll probably work on kind of like putting furniture and shit in here. You know, making it a little homey. The slabs. I gotta add the slabs where they woke up on. There we go. Very exciting. Very exciting. Very exciting. What else? What else? What else? Alright, gang. Well, I'm pretty much finished here. So, I am going to sign off and jot down a couple notes really quick because I got about 10 minutes. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you all in the Greetings Adventurers stream at 8:45 Eastern. That is a mere few minutes from now. Did I do it? All right, gang. I will hopefully see you all in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out.